Hello everyone, thanks for joining me again today. I'll be working on drakon diagrams render again, and what I want to resolve today, or at least get started on it, is something that I noticed the last time I worked on the engine, and it is this. What is this, you might ask? Well, when there's no options or no actions, so basically the right hand side branch of a fork is empty, the engine generates this line in two different ways, either very close to the skewer block, to the skewer like this, or very far away. So this happens when we render a valence point, and there is no detour. And this happens when we have a detour and no skewer blocks. So ideally, I would like to align both of them so they work the same way. I'm not sure how to do this yet, but I'll start investigating today. Oh, and I've just realized I don't have my fresh coffee, so excuse me for a minute. I'll be back with a fresh beverage. All right, I'm back with a fresh pot of cold brew tea, which still needs a minute or two. Anyway, let's go to the code that renders the right-hand side of a fork. Let's see what happens when we comment this out. This connection disappears, okay. Oh no, we definitely need that connection, okay. What happens if we move this code here So 3 things to watch: this, this, and this. So far, really. Okay, so these work. This one doesn't. And that is because of this guy. Is it as easy as just adding it here? No, that's incorrect. Or maybe it is correct. If there is no detour, interesting, because I expected this would not be rendered. If the R is null and the detour is also nothing, let's see what happens if we just skip it. Also, it's only this connection. And where's this coming from? Oh, it's this. Uh-oh. Did I break something? Yes, I did break something. Yeah, it's fixed now. The reason I'm pausing for such a long time is I'm trying to figure out what would be easier and more elegant to implement, whether these two types of connections should be aligned to just this shape or this shape. I think it would be easier to align to this shape. But here we would have to check if this is null. So effectively something like this. If null r, sorry, if null r it's not pretty, but we can always make it pretty later. So now what should happen next is if the detour is empty and we have no connections. For now we're rendering empty. Meanwhile, if the detour I need something without a detour. Oh, this is already without a detour. So in our case, this would have to look similar to Something like this. Let's see if this works. So there is a degree of overlap. Which we do not want. Was there not like +01? That's not it. No. Okay. I need to refresh that image. Mm-hmm. Now it is looking more correct. Now we just need to sort out this one. Oh, sorry, and the y coordinate. See, there is an overlap. We don't want this. I think that should be good. Let's use some sophisticated scientific tools to measure this. Align it to the bottom of the screen, and it looks more or less correct. Okay, so now we just need to modify this guy, this connection. Which is here, I believe. Null, and the detour is of nothing. So let's start with this Rx. The y coordinates seem to be good. Okay. So this is looking healthy. This is looking healthy. This is looking also healthy. Okay. I think this is good enough for today. We resolved this problem of these connections being inconsistently drawn, even though they have the same effect. So just a refresher. These two connections are represented differently in the shape of the skewer blocks. This one is no right-hand side skewer blocks and a detour. And this one is no detour and no right-hand side skewer blocks. Meanwhile, if they're is a detour, and the right-hand skewer blocks, it looks sort of like this. And if there are right-hand skewer blocks and no detour, it looks sort of like this. This sort of worries me, but I think it's fine. Right, I think this is good enough progress for one day. So let's wrap it up here. And during the next sessions, I know I started talking that I would like to experiment with providing some rules that would determine whether the user-provided connections are crossing. But I think before we get there, we need to clean the code up a little bit to get rid of the warnings. And also, I think we should get rid of the question here, because it doesn't really serve any purpose. And also, before we implement those rules that check whether connections are clashing, we should also implement the switch in case, I think, icon types, and then move on to maybe silhouette diagrams, see what happens. But that is to come. Today, I thank you all for watching. I wish you a fantastic day ahead. The spring is really lovely this year, so I hope you have some time to take a walk and take a break. Right, take care. Bye.